Hey guys, it's Rishi back here with another video, and it's been a really long time. I know I keep repeating myself every now and then in every video I've done after a long time, but you can blame exams for. So moving on now, I've put together a theoretical build for around 40,000 rupees, and I wanted to make a PC that would excel the console. I know you can build cheaper PCs which can be better than a console, but I wanted to, just. For the processor, I chose the AMD FX 4300 because I feel like 4 cores is needed, because nowadays, if you've seen the Linus Tech Tips video which Luke did, he's investigated and found out that some games like Far Cry 4 and all that, and probably other newer games also, will need at least 4 cores to run it. This is a very good budget CPU for anyone who's planning to do some 1080p gaming and all that. For the motherboard, I chose the Gigabyte GA970A-DS3P motherboard because it has 4 RAM slots, so you can fill it up to 32 gigs of RAM if you wanted to. Important feature which I wanted to find for and not like get a cheaper motherboard for that was the 970 chipset. Right now I could only find Gigabyte that is selling this 970 chipset motherboard. I mean, like, for this budget. Otherwise, if you go for MSI or anyone else, they are selling it at a much higher price, like 8,000 bucks. So this one is 6,300 bucks, so it is quite good. I wanted the 970 chipset because it would allow us to overclock the CPU. So if you're planning on overclocking, I would recommend getting a aftermarket cooler like the Cooler Master 212 Evo or the 212X. Both are really good CPU coolers for budget. So for the memory, I went with two 4GB sticks of G.Skill Aegis series memory, and I wanted to choose a RAM that at least looked kind of good. Like, this has a black PCB from the pictures, at least it had black PCB and all that, so it would at least look good, and I didn't want any green color, and it was quite cheap also for two 4GB sticks. So for the graphics card, the fun, meat, juicy part of the build, I've gone with the Asus Strix GTX 950. So this video card is actually quite great for 1080p gaming, Full HD gaming, and the settings I would recommend is medium to ultra settings on some games. You can do ultra setting on some games, but I would recommend to keep it at high or very high settings. Those settings I feel, and that too without anti-aliasing, because that will put, I think so, a little bit more stress on the GPU. That is my recommendation. If you already have a 950, you can tell me and correct me in case I do say something wrong. I went with the 950 because I know there are a lot of people who stream games to YouTube and want to do more gameplay videos, and I think so, all the 900 series graphics card has it, but this feature is quite cool, where if you press Alt plus Z on your keyboard, it will bring up a menu in the game, and then it will tell you can record this gameplay. So you can record your gameplay at 4K 60 frames per second. 4K 60 frames per second, and upload it directly to YouTube, which is super slick. And yeah, that's quite great. So this GPU will be good enough. You'll get at least 40 frames per second or 60. So for storage, I went with a WD 1TB hard drive, which should be plenty for now, because the difference between a 500GB hard drive and a 1TB hard drive is literally just few $100. So I don't really understand why they still sell 500GB hard drive. But get the 1TB hard drive, and this is the WD Blue. So now for powering all of our components and bringing them to life, I'm using the Corsair CX430. I know this power supply has been used a gajillion amount of times, but it's so good. Like, for 3,000 rupees you get an 80 plus bronze unit, and it looks also quite cool. I mean, now that power supplies looks matter, but still. Now I spent a little bit more on the power supply, but you could even get for the same amount of money a 550 watt if you want to. I'll put it in the description link. All the parts link will be in the description below, so you can check it out. But I went with this because the CX series is quite good, and it got an 80 plus rating. So yeah, I just want to move on with the next component. So you might be thinking, okay Nishant, I've got all of this thing together. Now what do I do? Where do I put it? So now you put it in a case, Dumbo. So the case I chose was the Deepcool Tesseract white color. I mean, you can choose any color you want, a blue or a white. I went with the white and purple LED fan thing. I mean, it looks quite cool. It has USB 3. It has good air intakes. But if you're getting this case, I would recommend getting an additional fan in the front, because it doesn't come with an intake fan. I would recommend getting one intake fan and then one more exhaust or something. So I'll link a good fan in the description below if you are planning to get one fan for this case, because it doesn't come with an intake fan, but it accommodates everything. So if it has separate SSD cages, it has separate hard drive cages, and the only thing I don't like about this case is that you tear off the PCI cover slots. So that's the only thing I don't like. If you have a little bit more money, like 1,000 rupees more, then I would recommend getting the Corsair 100R case. That's quite good. It has all good features. It comes with both the intakes, both intake and exhaust. So that's also a good option if you have 1,000 bucks more, but I wanted to keep it within the 40,000 rupees. So I also want to present some upgrade parts if you are planning to use this theoretical build guide or something like that as for your PC. So the upgrade parts I recommend is adding an SSD. I'll link an SSD down. Like this ADATA 120GB SSD, it's like damn cheap, 3,000 bucks. So you can get an SSD if you want. And also the CPU cooler, if you don't like the stock heatsink that comes with your CPU, so I would recommend getting the Cooler Master Hyper 212 or 212X or 212 Evo. Those CPU coolers are quite nice for around 3,000-2,000 bucks. I'll link it. That too, since we are going with an FX series chip, you don't even need to change the motherboard or anything, because you already have a killer chipset motherboard. So you can always upgrade to a FX 6300, which is 6-core, or an 8320 or 8350, whatever, 8-core processor. This is the whole PC build. Comes in just at 40,000 rupees. Everything will be linked below, by the way. I know I said that too many times, sorry. Please think about the PC build. Would you use an Intel Core i3, which everyone's using, the Skylake one, or would you go with Pentium to make it cheaper and get a better graphics card like a GTX 960, which should be even killer for 1080p gaming? Do leave your comments and recommendations in the build on whether you like it or not, and do also tell me whether you want to see any other budget kind of builds like 35,000 bucks or 60,000 rupees full setup build, or 70,000 rupees full setup including mouse, keyboard, speakers, headphones. Just put it down in the comments and I will tell you, and I will try to configure one for you guys. If you liked it, give the video a thumbs up. Yes, I always appreciate that. Thank you guys, and do subscribe to the channel because it helps me out, and also give me your recommendations for future videos on any computer. If you want anything to be explained to you guys, I just put it in the comments, or just tell me on any of the social media sites like Instagram, Facebook page, what else is there? Twitter. So you can follow me there and like the page, all in the description below. And I know I look so damn sweaty, it's so hot in Chennai. So anyway guys, I'll see you later. Peace.